Hello, it's me, Fluffy, and we're back in Vivecraft because the last video actually did really good. For those of you who haven't watched it or are new to the channel, I recently made a video on here in Vivecraft where I went on Omegle. I usually do that in VR chat, but I figured out how to hook it up onto here. And so since I thought so many new people came over to the channel to check it out, I should make a tutorial in case any of you guys wanted to try it out for yourselves. Yeah, I'm not keen on super long introductions. I hate them, so we're gonna just get straight into it. So starting off with the painfully obvious, in order to do this, you're gonna at least need to have Minecraft Java Edition. I do not know of any methods that work on Bedrock. I think you can use Bedrock VR with Oculus, but I'm gonna just go with the Steam VR route on Minecraft Java Edition. So you need that. Alright, so secondly, you gotta make sure that you have Vivecraft installed on it, and it's gotta be like a reasonably up-to-date version, preferably the most up-to-date. I'm using 1.19.2, so that I can guarantee will work just fine with this. I'm not sure what's the earliest version with the third-person camera, but yeah, just as long as you have the newest version, you'll be 100% fine. But yeah, this isn't a tutorial on how to install Vivecraft. There's a million tutorials on how to do that if you still haven't done that yet. But if you think you can figure it out, long story short, links in the description. You're gonna need to get the Java and the Vivecraft files that are right there, and just download them, install them, good, get them working. I don't know. Okay, so when you got that all set up, there's going to be 3 more programs in a different section underneath it, and it's going to be Voicemeeter, OBS, and Google Chrome. You need those programs. I know some people might have their own preferred browser. My preferred browser is Firefox, but you need Chrome, you need Voicemeeter, and you need OBS. These are the easiest programs to make this work. If you have alternatives, it might not work out great. And I will say that if you do have these programs installed, it's in your best interest to troubleshoot early and to just install a fresh version of them. I know that most of them will save your settings even if you do a fresh install. Just make sure it's up to date and working properly, because if it's not, then there's a good chance some of this stuff won't work, especially with OBS, because older versions of it do not come pre-installed with virtual camera, which is necessary for this. Okay, so first things first, we got to get the audio working. And in order to do that, we're going to head over to Voicemeeter. So head on over to Voicemeeter, boot it up. It's going to take a second for it to get ready. But when you got it ready like that, you're going to see a couple different inputs. You're going to see a 1, a 2, and then an output, and then one other one that you can only doohickey some dials. So basically what this is going to do, it's going to combine whatever inputs you put into there with whatever audio you mirror into it, and then it'll make it into one concise output. And so I know, kind of confusing, but if you just follow the steps exactly, it'll work out just fine for you. So what you're going to want to do is go over to this second audio input here, and then you're going to see a list of a bunch of your different audio inputs. Go ahead and select whichever one is the mic you plan on actively using, most likely your headset mic. If you use like a different mic attached to your headset, then you're going to want to select that. But you're going to want to select the MME version of it. So just click that. You should, if you want to test it out, go ahead and speak into your mic a little bit, and it should work out all cool and good. Alright, second thing you're going to want to do is make sure that the output over here is set to KB VB audio point, the one with a dot right there. And so that's going to make it where it's a proper output that you can use for Omegle. So next, we're going to want to head over to Steam VR. And so from there, we're going to head into the settings. You can do that either from your headset or from your desktop. Either way works. But you're going to want to head over to the audio tab. And from there, there's going to be an option called sound mirroring. And so it defaults to off. You're going to want to turn it on and then switch it over to VB audio point. And that's going to make it where all of the audio that happens in any Steam VR game gets funneled through and into Voicemeeter. And so with that, you should have all of your audio set up. And basically what this is enabling is when you're on Omegle, people will be able to hear all of your in-game audio, like breaking blocks or like mobs or whatnot, or explosions. And on top of that, if you have a proximity mod, a proximity chat mod in Vivecraft when you're playing with friends, then you'd be able to do this multiplayer like how I do with my VR chat videos. Alrighty, so now that we got our audio figured out through Voicemeeter, now we're going to want to get our video figured out through OBS. So go ahead and launch OBS, and also make sure to launch Vivecraft at this point. You could just leave the headset onto the side though. We're going to be doing everything from the PC still. Alright, so we're going to be doing most of our work here on the bottom left. If I'm pointing to the right spot, I'm probably not. But yeah, so what you're going to want to do is go over to the scene area here, hit the plus sign, and create a new scene. Title it whatever. I suggest titling it Minecraft, because if you plan on doing this for other games, each source has to be different. So next we're going to go over to the source tab right next to it, and we're going to click add source. This one you can just name whatever. You're only going to need one per instance. So on this source, you're going to want to set it to game capture. So just head on over to the settings and make sure to do that. And then from there, you can go ahead and access these other settings. So from there, you're going to want to make it where OBS is supposed to target a specific window, and then from the drop down you should be able to see Vivecraft. So go ahead and select that, and then whatever is on your Vivecraft monitor right now should also be showing up in OBS, which is very good. Very good. I'm proud of you. I'm sorry. So if you want to, you can adjust the picture yourself and make sure to get the crop all right whenever you want. But if you want things to just be as easy as possible, you could just head on over to the picture, right click it, hit transform, and then you can just fit everything into the screen using that shortcut right there. And it'll be good enough. Unless you really want to like fine tune it. But for the most part, that should work for everybody. Okay, now that we got both our audio and our video input all good, now we gotta head over to Chrome to actually hook everything up to Omegle. So once you get Chrome launched, we're gonna head over to the settings, and then from there, you wanna head over to the privacy and security settings, and then from there, you're gonna wanna head over into the site settings, and this is where we're actually gonna be able to get into the nitty-gritties. Okay, so now, really quick, you're gonna wanna head over to OBS, and you're gonna wanna start hitting the button that says Start Virtual Camera. Now, there is a way to default it to just being on whenever you boot OBS. I suggest that, but just to make sure, that's gotta be on right now. And then once you head back over into Chrome, you're gonna go over to the video settings. And for your camera, you're gonna wanna choose OBS Virtual Cam. Then head over to your microphone and choose Cable Output. That cable output is all of the VB audio point stuff we set up earlier. So that's gonna be the sum total of all your audios. And then OBS Virtual Cam is gonna be that input you put in earlier. Yippee. So with that, we pretty much got this all set up. And so in future sessions, you're not gonna need to do all of this from scratch. OBS is gonna save your settings. Voicemeeter is gonna save your settings. So all you're gonna need to do whenever you wanna boot everything up is just hop onto Omegle, boot up Voicemeeter. It'll just take 2 seconds for it to do that, and boot up OBS. And then as long as you have all the same settings you put on before, it'll be ready to go every single time. So don't worry, you don't gotta do this every single time. Okay, so we're basically going to be going into the end part of this project now. We just need to go get everything set up on Omegle and give it a good test run. But before then, just because these videos tend to hit newer audiences, I don't like doing the, you know, smash the like button and subscribe type deal. But I have been doing these YouTube videos now for almost 2 years, and YouTube still doesn't pay me because I don't get good enough analytics. And I try really hard, and I'm really proud of the amount of people who I have reached out to so far. But I would like to, you know, have a proper compensation, and it would be super cool to have this as a side job. So if you could consider subscribing and helping me hit those watch time hours, that would be extremely appreciated, because I try really, really hard with this sort of thing, and I do my best to fit it into my really busy schedule. So sorry, I know it's annoying. At least it's not a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship, right? I'm sorry, I don't normally do this sort of thing. Alright, I'm gonna be totally real with you. I have this world set to no daylight cycle and always day, and I set the time to day, but it switched tonight, and I don't know what's up with that, but we're gonna continue the video, I guess. It's getting darker, and I don't know why, because I don't do day and cycle, but alright, so I'm hoping you guys can see this good. Let me just double check that actually. Okay, so now that we're over in the settings, what you're going to want to do is go over to options and then go on over to VR settings. Then from there, you're going to want to go to stereo rendering. So head on over to this part in the top right and keep switching it till it's over here at desktop mirror, third person, slow. It's going to be your clearest, most undistorted third person view. Make sure show camera model is on yes, because that's what I'm doing right now so I can see how the camera looks. I can't tell if that looked disgusting or not. But next, you're going to want to keep the third person POV somewhere within like 70 to 90, otherwise it's going to start getting distorted. I just have it on whatever I left it on before. Very important, keep this stuff normal, because as you can see, they give you a pretty clear warning that you don't want to mess with it. But yeah, okay, and then all you have to do after that is head back over to this base setting here, and then you'll get an option saying move third person cam. And so when you click that, you'll be able to grab the camera with your left hand, and then when you click it again, it'll unlock. So like, see, lock, unlock, all that, even from a distance. So like, I can even move you further back by locking like that, and then pushing forward. I'm hoping you can see this. Oh, I took a screenshot. I hope that didn't mess with my video. But yeah, so that's how you set up the camera. Hello.
Hey, you're Minecraft.
Yes, I am. Can you hear me perfectly fine?
Yeah. Hey, what are you using Minecraft? Oh.
What's up?
That's cool. It's like, that's really cool.
Thank you very much.
Are you actually like on VR playing the game?
Yep. Like, see, look.
Oh.
This is real.
Really cool.
This is real. All real.
Well, I have one question.
What's your question?
Which one's better, Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi. Pepsi is
Thank
very
you!
yum. Yeah! Yeah, okay, you're cool. You're cool. Thank you.
my friend isn't cool, though. He thinks Coke.
No, Coke, nasty. Ever since they took the cocaine out of it, no good. Sorry. Alrighty, well, thank you for watching. I hope this is very cool and epic. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I will answer to them. I love answering comments. I just hit my TV. Oh well. Alright, well, I don't really have anything else for you. So, bye-bye. Have a nice day. Love you. Join the Discord. Very epic. Support me on Patreon if you want me to actually get paid for what I do. YouTube doesn't. But yeah, have fun in Minecraft. Be careful. Omegle is scary sometimes, so I don't suggest doing this if you're too young. But I mean, if you're too young, you probably do not have a PC VR headset. But just disclaimer. Don't let them do anything spooky to you. I want you to be very safe. Be very safe online, kids and adults. Anyone can do this. Alright, bye.